I wanted to start this video off by apologizing to Isaac Butterfield. I'm sorry that you thought this response was a good idea. I'm sorry that my negative feedback hurt your feelings.
Suck my dick, Data Mail.
And I'm sorry that you have to constantly cook up a bunch of excuses for your constant giving up.
I stopped doing it because I didn't have fucking time. Things change. Maybe I didn't want to do it that much. I'm working on something else. I'm touring. I'm doing this, that, the other, and it took a backward seat, unfortunately.
While never giving that same grace to the fat people you dedicate your channel to mocking.
Now, I know people say I make too many of these videos, and I know I do. Even my wife said, lay off the fatties for a bit, but I can't help it.
I have to say though, you did prove me wrong on one thing. I can't say that you don't exercise on your channel anymore. All you did in your response is run away from questions that should be very easy for you to answer if you had good intentions. In the past, I've pointed out your deceptive editing of articles about masculinity in young men that would prove you wrong if you showed them fairly, and the fact that you skip over any information that would make you look bad.
Positive masculinity. What the fuck is that?
You should know this, Isaac, because it's in the slide that you deliberately cut out of your video. I referenced it again in my last video about you because I didn't want you weaseling your way out of explaining why you lie to your audience. Nor is he squeamish about flat out lying about other articles that would prove him wrong if he represented them fairly, as I've covered in the past. And what did he do? He cut that out too. And you might be thinking, oh, he doesn't have to tell the truth because he's just a comedian. But the problem is, Isaac lies about this article in order to say this.
The horrifying stats of men ending it all. All of that begins with teaching little boys, young men, that they are the problem.
So I would say he's taking it pretty seriously. Either that or men's mental health is just one big joke to Isaac, in which case someone should probably tell his audience because they seem to believe it.
Unfortunately, this is a serious video. My channel is certainly not that serious.
As it is now, he should probably pick a lane. It just makes it seem like he doesn't believe in anything he's saying, which, to be fair, we're quite similar in that regard. I don't believe in anything he says either. The truth is, Isaac likes to use the comedy excuse to hide otherwise authentically held opinions and use it to give himself plausible deniability when it comes to standing by things he says in regards to serious topics. This is something I called him out for in my second video on him. This time I came prepared, and all the things I'll be discussing are from Isaac's videos where he claims to be sincere about what he's saying, and where he's in the thumbnail looking at the camera all serious so you know that he really means it. But, you know, he skipped over that too. Alongside nearly every single joke that I made about him. Come on, man. If you're such a comedian, why are you so threatened by jokes at your expense? Talk about comedy being censored. To be fair, I do understand why you have to hide behind the comedian excuse, because anytime you use research or science without misrepresenting it, the result is pretty laughable.
Among youths with who are at risk for obesity or are overweight, weight-based training was associated with greater weight and fat gain. Oh, so people shouldn't go to the gym. Is this what you're saying? Of course they're going to put weight on if they go to the gym.
Isaac, it says teasing. How do you butcher it that badly? You know, I highlighted it for you and everything, dude. Do you not want to give that another try? Here, I'll put it in a brain rot TikTok for you so you can actually understand it. Like, come on, this is the guy that's going to tell me that science is corrupt and unreliable?
We all know that science can be bought and paid for, so...
You think Isaac knows how to read a study? Why don't you read the room? You're clearly not qualified to talk about these things with the integrity they need, so why don't you just go back to doom scrolling TikTok to make a living? It's all you're good at, and it's all your audience wants from you until they're old enough to attend one of your shows in person. It's clear that the only argument you ever have is mocking people's appearance, as you're so desperate to do in your response to me.
I would love to see what you look like.
When the funny thing is, I've already had my face on this channel for a couple of videos now. I already have such little content as it is. Was it that hard for you to check a couple of YouTube videos? Or would that be the obsessive stalker behavior that you accuse me of?
Someone who is the closest I've ever been to having a stalker. This dude is, I think, absolutely obsessed with me.
Before telling me that I don't make enough content?
You've released 26 videos since 2021. You're not working hard enough, mate.
So which is it, man? Am I an obsessed stalker or not? Are you asking me to make more videos about you? Come on, why would you put me through that? The truth is, I spend time researching my videos. That might sound like obsessive stalker behavior to someone who can't watch a couple of YouTube videos and fucking read, but it's what I do. I'm a data male. And yeah, to all of Isaac's fans, I know it sounds like beta. That's the entire reason I went with this channel name in the first place. I would have expected fans of a comedian to understand a joke. To be fair, the joke is pretty bad, but the comedian in question is Isaac Butterfield, so my point stands. The truth is, Isaac, I care about the same issues that you do. I even say as much in my video. I think that there is a need for positive male role models in this day and age. I guess Isaac will have to do in the meantime. I also once again want to encourage everyone to leave some examples of good role models for men to follow who don't put themselves above others in the process. I care about men having good role models and not exploiting their mental health struggles for money. Don't let him keep you in the same cycle of negativity that only lines his pockets at your expense. You deserve better than that. You should know this if you actually watched my video, but of course your audience won't because you skipped over that as well. I'm starting to sense a bit of a pattern in Isaac's behavior.
Can we join the dots and find out why?
I really don't envy his position, to be honest. I clearly struck a nerve with what I said about him, but he can't be honest about it because he's so cucked by his audience that he has to lie to make himself look better. But then they think he's just furiously triggered at some online nobody. It's almost impressive to me how much effort Isaac puts into lying to his audience and yet still comes away looking like a complete twat. Thing is, I tackle everything I talk about with honesty. I stand by everything I say in my videos because I have a spine from all the deadlifting I do. Maybe give it a try. I mean, I've defended you in the past from people coming into my comment section and body shaming you because I fundamentally don't agree with it. Well, that and the science is on my side, not that you would know. At the end of the day, Isaac, you say it yourself here.
If you can lie to people, you can live in that fucking realm, or you can just accept reality and realize that some people are fucking full of shit.
And I agree, which is why I tell the truth in my videos and why some of your subscribers have stuck around after coming to my videos, watching it and realizing that I'm telling the truth. Honesty pays off, man. Maybe you should try it sometime. You need to tell the truth to the young men in your audience, man. Just let them come up with their own idea of what kind of men they want to be and let them reach an informed decision. If you keep lying to them and only telling them what they want to hear and protecting their feelings so that they stick around and pay you, how are you any different to the fat activists that you constantly criticize? If you want to have an honest, open conversation, you know where to find me. I know you watch my content now, so there's no real reason that you shouldn't just be able to talk with me about these things like a man. Either that, or you can just make fun of my appearance. Whatever makes you feel better, I guess. I'm not interested in making any more drama slop about this. I've only done it here to put it to Isaac in a language he can understand. If you want to help men, then donate to the charities I've linked in the pinned comment below. I've got charities for the UK, the US, and of course Australia, so that Isaac's fanboys can have a good role model for a change. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll be back to making good content very soon.